हेलो गाइस, माय नेम इज़ आसिफ और आज की इस वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं लॉजिक के इंटरैक्टिव फ्लैट पैनल डिस्प्ले के बारे में। आई टेल यू व्हाट आर द हार्डवेयर स्पेसिफिकेशन ऑफ द पैनल, व्हाट आर द सॉफ्टवेयर स्पेसिफिकेशन, कैसे यूज़ करना है पैनल को एंड द मेन फीचर ऑफ द पैनल व्हिच इज़ नोट प्रो, जो कि एक व्हाइट बोर्ड का एप्लीकेशन है। हाउ टू यूज़ दैट नोट प्रो एप्लीकेशंस एवरीथिंग वी विल गोना लर्न। And if you have any doubts, any questions in between, you can ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer you, or you can comment down below. Let's get started. I'll share my IFPD screen directly and I'll show you on the IFPD screen.
सो हाय गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू द वीडियो। और भी आप स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं, ये हमारे इंटरैक्टिव फ्लैट पैनल डिस्प्ले का डैशबोर्ड है। सबसे पहले हम समझते हैं इसके हार्डवेयर के बारे में। जिसका जो आउटर फ्रेम आप देख सकते हैं, ये आउटर फ्रेम बना हुआ है इंडस्ट्रियल ग्रेड एल्यूमिनियम से। इसमें आपको 8 GB रैम, 128 GB का इंटरनल स्टोरेज मिलता है, विच इज़ ऑल्सो एक्सपांडेबल अप टू 512 GB। देन नीचे में आपको दो स्पीकर्स देखने के लिए मिलते हैं। ईच स्पीकर इज़ ऑफ 20 वैट, तो टोटल आपको 40 वैट का आउटपुट मिलता है यहाँ से। उसके बाद आप राइट कॉर्नर में देख सकते हैं, सॉरी, इसके बाद आप लेफ्ट कॉर्नर में देख सकते हैं, यहाँ पे आपको बहुत सारे पोर्ट्स देखने के लिए मिल जाते हैं। तो ये सारे सारे पोर्ट्स है, ऑलमोस्ट आपको यहाँ पे सभी प्रकार के पोर्ट्स देखने के लिए मिल जाएंगे। आपको सी टाइप, यूएसबी, टच पोर्ट, एचडीएमआई पोर्ट्स, ऐसे बहुत सारे पोर्ट्स यहाँ पर हैं।
When you drag your one finger down, you will get notification menu.
When you drag your one finger up, you will get a main menu where you'll find your all the application. Now this screen is a static screen. It can be converted into multiple desktop as well. All you have to just touch the screen and hold it. You will get a several other option. From there, you can change the wallpaper, go to the home settings, or you can add different kind of widgets. Now, for examples, let's say if I'm going to add a widget over here, and I'll choose this one. I'll select. I'll leave it over here. It will give me several other options of what kind of widgets I want to choose. I'll select this one, and that will be inserted on my desktop. Now, for example, I don't want this over here. I want this to the different desktop. So I'll just drag this up here and place it over here. I'll be able to resize it. Now here where you can see, we have got a two desktop. Now in the similar way, we will be able to add different kinds of desktops, copy desktops, and we will be able to put our shortcuts over there. Here, when we go to the notifications, all the notifications will gonna appear here and you will be able to see the symbols over here. So this will gonna be the notification symbols. When you clear this notification, that symbol will be gone. So the symbol will be cleared out. Here you will get the three options and here you will be able to add your other shortcuts if you want to. By clicking on this pencil icon, you will be able to rearrange the icons. At the bottom side, you will see there are three options. One is profile, settings, and power button. When you click on the power button, you will be able to restart and turn off the panel. By clicking on the settings, you will go to the settings. And when you click on the profile option, you can select the users. Now, for example, there are several teachers are available in a school. Some teaches science, some teaches math, some teaches social science. All the different kind of features will be able to create their profiles over here and they will be able to set up the passwords as well. And the very important thing, the data will not be accessible by any other teacher without accessing the profile. I can give an example like you must have used the admin options in computer. Until unless you don't have a password, you can't log it and you can't share the data. This application is a NodePro application, which is the application which you wanna use the most for teaching. And we are going to see all these options over here. Now, as of now, you can see there's a white background. Here you will see an option called as menu. When you click on the menu options, there are several other options will pop up. And you can see these options starts with a new. New means when I click on the new options, obviously a new file will be generated. So when I click on the new, a new file has been generated. Open. For example, if I've done some work yesterday and saved that file, I click on the open, I'll choose the file where it was saved and I can import the file which was saved yesterday. Open in list means, for example, if you have made it 2-3 files today itself, and when you click on the list option, we can see this was the already. There's no any previous file, so we cannot say anything. For if there was any previous work, those all will appear over here. We'll go back. Then we have got the save options. When we click on the save option, it will be saved into a note folder. When I click on the save app option, I will be able to change the path of the save where I want to save. Then we have got the import. Now, in the whiteboard application of a Note Pro, you will be able to import different kinds of file. You can import images, PDF, SVGs, IWB format, which is an interactive whiteboard format, PPT, videos, audio, notebooks. All you have to do, click on the type of the format which you want to import and choose your file wherever it is, and the file will be imported inside the panel. I'll tell you how we'll be able to do that later on. Then export. Now, when we save the file, it will be saved in the format of this Note Pro itself, which is ENB format. But if you want to save the file in any other format, you will have to export, and you can save the file in PDF, images, SVG, or IWB format. After that, there's a theme option. Inside the thing, there are some pre-made themes that are available, wherein you will be able to see we have got single line, triple line, rows and columns. We got the statistical graph as well. So these all options will be available over here. This is how you can choose the theme. After theme, there's a share option. When you click on the share option, you'll be able to share the file directly from here to the any of the application. Whether you're on WhatsApp, whether you can install Gmail, you can directly email your file in a PDF format. You can share with the WhatsApp. You can save it to the file format and directly get a print out of that particular file. Okay. Now we'll move ahead and see the other options. Inside the settings, there are several other settings available, where you can log in, visit once, and explore the other options. Now we'll go to see the right options over here. So I take another page. I'll go to the menu again. I don't want any themes. Alright guys, deselect the themes. I'll click on the background colors. And let's say if I want any other background, so I'll choose any color. Let's say I'll choose a green color. So there will be a green background I'll be having. So keep it white itself. Now it comes with a non-chargeable stylus, which has two ends. One is a narrow end and one is a broader end. You will be able to assign two different colors to each of the sides. Now here you can see at the first, as a narrow end, I'll choose the black color. And at the broader side, I use the yellow color. Okay. At the both side, here you'll see a bar where you can increase the thickness of your pen. So I'll keep a normal thickness. Now, what I'll do, so by using the first layer, you'll be able to write it down. So I can write it down. And by using the other ring, I can highlight it. And by just simply using your palm, you will be able to erase whatever is written over there. You can also use the eraser options, and then you can erase it. And when you click on the clean option, everything will be clean at once itself. Now, when we go to the pen option, there are several other options you can see. We have got the highlighter, we have got the brush, which will work as a pen. Then we have got a smart write, we got a magic pen. And I'll click on the smart write. And if I write anything here, say if I write apple here, if I write apple, that we gonna convert it into a written text format. Select this, write apple. So it is converted into a written text format. Let's say if I don't select this option, I'll simply select the pen option and I write an apple. Then if I want to convert that into a written text, all I have to do, it is already converted, I'm sorry. Okay, the pen was not selected. So by using a simple pen also, I'll be able to select that and convert it into a written format directly. Okay. At the end, then we have heard the magic pen option. Now what is magic pen is, if you want to import any kind of SVG symbols, all you have to do, draw any diagram, and the panel ring suggests the way labeled images. So I'm trying to draw a guitar. The pen is not selected. Now the pen is selected. So here you can see I have the relevant images. So by using the drawing option, I'll be able to draw. I can also change the color. I'll be able to clone it. I can flip that. This is how we can use the things to import directly by drawing something. We'll be able to resize it also. So that was the use of a magic pen. Then we'll move ahead and we'll see the geometrical option. So there are geometrical options are given: a set square, protector, and a compass. All the tools you can use separately. Let's say if I take a protector, I can choose an angle and I can get an angle. So select this. So I have the angle directly over here. Similarly, if I use the other tool, let's say I'll go back to the graph options and I'll choose the scale. So I can choose, I'll use a scale to draw graph. Okay. So let's keep it there. So this is how we will be able to zero change the frame by x-axis. Is that x minus, and then you can plot your coordinates and you'll be able to drawing your graph. Now let's say if you want to do an angle bisector, you can simply take your compass, move it across. You can size it as well. Let's say I'll get it in the center and I increase a bit. From here, I can actually make a mark. And if I want to make an entire circle, I'll also be able to make an entire circle as well. This is how we can use the geometrical tools separately. Okay, we'll move ahead. Then we have got a shape options. In the shape option, there are several other shapes are available. You can access 2D shapes, you can access 3D shapes. All you have to do is select the shape, select your color, and drag. You will have your shape. Any shape which you choose, you'll be able to draw. So if you go to the 2D, there are same options are available. You can just select your shape, drag, and you will have your shape. Then one more option is given, which is a freehand drawing, and this will allow you to make your work easier. For example, if you make a circle, it will become a circle directly. If you draw triangles, it will become a triangle or anything, any other. If you draw an ellipse, so the image will automatically, any close field in which you will draw, it will be recognized automatically. Okay.
Now we see the another option, and
Option is a table option. So when I click on the table, you can just select the tables and then you can click insert. You will have the tables over here. If you want to take another table, click on the same things again and choose your table and insert it. So you'll see the another table will appear in a different color. You'll be able to resize it, size it. So first I'll select this table, make it separate from one another. And let's say if I want to add a row, I'll just have to select the table. We can add a row and we can add a columns as well. If I want to write something inside the table, let's say if I write logic. Now you can see this white dot. This is for the screen recording which I have enabled so that I'll be able to understand what is happening over the screen. But when you use it, it won't be there. So you can see the logic is there inside the queue. Whatever you write, that will gonna be adjusted automatically. Let's say if I write Apple, that will be adjusted. If I write something outside, like say add series, I can select this and I can drag and drop that into any of the queues. That's all what we can do. Then we have got the another options as a note option, and the use of note option is as a sticky note. You will be able to write it here anything. I say KY, and it will be sticking over the board. Whatever you will write, let's say I'll take another color. Let's start. So this is how you'll be able to use the note options as an sticker. Then we have got a functions. Now by using this function option, you will be able to generate the graphs. Let's say there are already some options are given. If I click on quadratic equation, you can see y is equals to x square. I have a graph also. I click insert. The function interval bit continuing. Select this function. I'll delete this function and insert this. So here you can see I've inserted y is equals to x square. This is how you will be able to insert the function. Okay. You'll be able to zoom it in. You will be able to zoom it out. Clear it. Then here you can see there's a more options. In fact, the more option, there are several other options are available. Now we'll start with the grid option. And in the grid options, whatever you will write, that will be automatically adjusted in a 4-line. So this is for the lower grade student. For example, if there's a student of a lower grade from first to third standard, it's going to be very useful for them. Okay. Then we have a partition option. To explain you the partition option, I go to the theme option, change the color of the background, and here I select the partition. Now you'll have an option to select the to part the screen into 2 part, 3 part, or 4 parts. Let's say I'll select the 3 parts, and the panel will be divided into 3 different parts. Now from here, you can assign a 3 different colors, and 3 different students will be able to use the panel separately. For example, if one student is using a panel here, the second will be using here, and third will be here. But if the person is using the panel over here, he cannot write it over here. And similarly happen for this as well. If a person using a panel over here, he cannot go this side, or rather he cannot go this side. So all the students will be able to use the panel separately. They can come over the stage, they can solve their equations, and they can go. You can click on the back button. The partition will remove, you can see, but the content will be there, sir. Then we can click on the move options, go ahead, or we can take a new page. I'll take a new page. We have a symbol option. The symbol option is only to write the formula. It will not solve the any formula. Now, for example, when you click on the symbol, you will get a different kind of mathematical symbols, operators. So these are the symbols which is available to showcase something, to create an equation if you want to.
Then we have got the periodic table.
Now, inside the periodic table, you will be able to arrange the elements on the basis of the main group, 1 to 20 elements, or you'll be able to arrange it on the atomic number basis, atomic mass number basis, or electronic configuration. So let's say I'll select. Okay, now I'll select the element, let's say sodium and chloride. I'll click insert. I have got 2 elements on my screen. I'll be able to place it anywhere where I want to. I'll change the background color again. Now here I have my 2 elements. You can see there are 2 elements which I have imported. Now let's say if I want to explain now what is the use of the periodic table inside the interactive flat panel display. So if you are explaining an equation, let's say there an equation called as Na plus Cl. This is sodium plus we have got, you say chloride or you say chlorine. Okay. Now we know the result of this is salt, which is NaCl, which is an compound. Now how this reactions carried out? Now this is how we can explain by using our periodic table, the element which we have imported. Now where I can click in the option where you can see we have got a 1 electron in the outermost shell. So we always know there should be 8 electrons in the last outermost shell so that the elements can be balanced. So here we have 1, we need 7 more. Okay. I'll erase it. I'll close that and I'll go for the chlorine. Now here we can see we have a 7 electron. So the periodic table will make the student understand in a very easier way how many electrons are already available in the outermost shell without calculation. And hence we can understand from here the 1 electron from sodium and 7 electron from chlorine will form a compound called as NaCl, and this is nothing but the neutralization reaction. So this is how you will be able to directly see the configurations, the placement of the electron, and the placement of the electrons in the outermost shell as well, atomic mass number, atomic number. These are all things which you will be able to see. We'll go ahead and we'll take another page and go to the more option. And we have got an activity. Activity is also for the smaller grade student where you will be able to create lots of games, and you have to log in over here. After doing a login, you will be able to create your own games as well. There are several games which is given. Let's say one of the game is here to identify which is a country or which one is the city. Now you can also create these kinds of the games and you can ask students and they'll answer you. So here we have got Norway. So what is Norway? Norway is a city or Norway is a country? What is it? So Norway is a country. So I'll put it in a country. Canada is a city or Canada is a country. Student will answer it. And I'll put it again. New York is a city or country. It's a city. London is also a city. So this is how we can ask students to answer all these questions and we can make an engaging class. Similarly, it is available for mathematics, it is available for English to teach verbs and other sentence constructions. These are all things which are from here. You'll be able to log in and you can teach. Then we'll move ahead. There is a planet option, a static option, which I'll tell you later on. We have got a simulation option. Inside the simulation, there are several other experiments are given. You can also log in here and you can see lots of newly added experiments as well. It is divided subject wise: physics, chemistry, math, science, and biology. Now let's say there's a very simple, I'll show you. A circuit diagram creation is given now. For example, if you want to create a circuit diagram, if you create it over a board, that will look so confusing to the students. Now here you'll be able to draw it. Meanwhile, the application is opening, we'll draw a circuit diagram. So let's say if I want to glue a bulb, this is a bulb. If I want to glue it, what will I will be requiring? A switch and a battery and a light. So when I turn on the switch, this lights will gonna glow. So this is how a circuit diagrams looks in a 2D in a traditional way where we teach. Now if I draw the same diagram over here, so I'll choose a lab option. Okay. Now I have got a lab over here. What else I'll need? I'll need a bulb. So I'll take a bulb. I need a battery. So I'll take a battery. I'll need some connecting wires. So I'll take a wires. I'll make a connection. Okay. Problem. Then more connecting wires. What else I need? I need a switch. So I'll take a switch. Then I'm gonna connecting wire. Now both the diagrams are the same. This one we have made it by using a traditional method. This one we have made it by using a simulation method. And when I turn this on, you can see the light is glowing. So this is how you'll be able to make an graphical representation of any experiment which you want to perform. This is just an example. You can take lots of tools as well. You'll be able to measure the differences. And this is just a one. There are several other options is available where you can dive in subject wise and you will be able to explore the experiment. If you want to add some extra experiment, all you have to do, log in over here, create your credentials, and then you'll be able to see some other experiments as well. After that, we got a search option. Now you will be able to import any videos, any educational videos from the YouTube, though ads free. Those videos will be ad free. There will be no any ads. Let's say if I type human anatomy, if I search anything, So you'll be able to get lots of videos. Let's say I want this video, I'll select that video, click insert and click on play. And you can see the video is being played, but there will be no ads. I can see the video is playing, but that didn't appear.
Have you ever heard the phrase, I know this like the back of my hand? Well, it may make you question, do you really know the back of your hand? You can see
Or you
skin,
can
but
have
not
your
all the
PDF
individual
or any
skin
other
cells
file
there. At least
beside
not
the
without a
videos.
microscope.
You
You can't see the cells
contact the
underneath the skin like
Now let's say
red blood cells or muscle
you want
cells
to
or
write
bone
something
cells,
over the
but your
video,
body is made of
or you want to
trillions of
maximize the
cells.
video.
Cells that work
Then
together.
here,
Cells that are
click
very
on the
organized
maximize
with
icon. The video will be maximized.
specific
And if you want
functions.
to write
Cells
something,
that carry your whole
we just have
DNA
to use a
code,
mark
but use
option.
specific
When you use the
parts of your
mark
DNA code,
option,
depending on the cell's function.
mark option,
Your cells
we
can
pause
make
the
up
video.
body tissue.
We give an
Tissues
additional
can make up
toolbar
the
over
brain.
here where
And
you will
lungs
be
are
able
organs are part of an organ system.
where you will be able to write over the videos. But as of now, I'm recording the screen, and that's the reason the mark option is not working. The mark option will not work while you're recording the screen. Okay. So I'll pause the screen for a minute. Now the recording is paused. Now I'll click on the mark option. Now when I click on the mark options, I will be able to see the additional toolbar you can see. I'll click on this toolbar and let's say I'll choose this color, and then I'll be able to write over the video as well. The video I was playing. So you can also write over any files, any videos by using the mark option. I'll resume back to the recording. Then okay, we'll see another option. And you don't have to import the same video again and again. You don't have to search the same video again and again. Once you have imported the video, a thumbnail will be there on the screen. By using the selection option, you can keep the thumbnail anywhere. You can keep them from all the thumbnail on one page. Whenever you want to play this video, just select the thumbnail and click on the play. The video will be played from there itself. So you don't have to import the video again and again. Click on the more options, and here you can see our ebook. So you will get the NCERT books from 1st standard to 12th standard available, which you can easily download and get imported inside the screen as well. Now here, once I click on the NCERT options, it will redirect me to the NCERT website. I'll choose a class +5 and I'll click go. It will give me all the books available. See chapter 1. I'll click on that. And here you can see it says downloading start. So once it is downloaded, I'll click on the confirm. Here you can see my file is here, and I click on import. So this is only one page in that 4th class book, and it has given us several other links to download. So we'll see the other class. Okay. Again, click on the NCERT option. I'll choose part 10 standard now. Object science. I'll click on go. Then you can see there all the chapters are appearing over here. I'll click on the 3rd chapter, and you will see a message download and start. That means the download has been started, which is happening at the back end. Once the download is completed, it will ask me to confirm it and import everything. If it is not being imported automatically, we will have to do a manual import, which I'll tell you how I'll be able to do so. So let's get that downloaded. Now here you can see the file is downloaded, and now it is asking me to confirm. Once I click on the confirm, now here's the book. I'll click OK. Now, as of now, I have 10 pages in my FPD, in my Note Pro, sorry, and 21 pages are there in the PDF which is being imported. Now this 10 PDF plus 21, so 10 pages plus 21 pages, I'll be having 31 pages in my class, this class. So once it is completed, now here I have the book. I can select the book. I can move it across. I can zoom it in, zoom it out. I'll be able to underline, do annotation, break key over the book also. So whatever if I wants to annotate, I'll be able to do it over the book. For example, I want to take out a separate portion from the book. Let's say there's an experiment photo is given and I just want to have this photo to explain it in a better way. What I'll do, I'll select the photo. I'll make it bit zoom. I'll zoom it. And then there's an option called as crop option. I'll select the crop option. It will give me a window to crop. Okay, let's say one more time. I'll click on the crop option. Okay, so while the screen is recording, you cannot crop as well. Crop option छोड़ देते हैं. Okay. So all the pages, we have the different pages available on the different pages. Now we'll see the another option. I'll delete this. We have got Wikipedia is a normal Wikipedia which we have where whatever we'll write, we'll be able to see it and explain that. Then we have got the molecules. Now in this molecules, you will be able to see the actual structure of the any molecules. And for example, we know methane, CH4 or C2H6, methane, ethane, propane, butane, and we have made it so many structure of that in the college. But here you will be able to see all the structures of the any kind of the compound which you will make. Here you can see there's already one compound made it. I'll maximize the screen. Then you have to go to the view option and select side by side. When you select the side by side, here whatever you will draw, you'll be able to see the structure of that particular molecules. Not only this, you can actually search any molecule if you want to see.
Now the next option which we have, it's a GeoGebra option. So we'll go to the GeoGebra. I'll click in more and click on GeoGebra. Then when you open the GeoGebra, you will have this kind of interface. This is really easy to use and you can do lots of things in that. So this is a dashboard of the GeoGebra. Now here you can see we have got first select option, then we have got the point option, we have got line option, then we have got perpendicular lines or different kinds of lines or segments option, then we have got a polygon option, circle option, ellipse options. There are lots more options are available. On the right side you can see here we have got the graph where you will be able to plot your points and you will be able to so many things. Now first I'll go to the menu here. I'll select the perspectives. In perspective I'll select 3D graphics. Once I select 3D graphics, you can see I will have this kind of interface. Now let's say I want to draw a cube on it. So I'll go to the polygon and then I'll select cube. Now here you can see select 2 points or other corresponding object. So I'll select 2 points. Let's say I'll give 1 point here and 1 point here. As soon as you plot 2 points, you will have the cube because we have selected the cube and you will get all the coordinates of the cubes over here. Now let's say if you want to draw a pyramid over the cube, all you have to do again go here, select this, select your plane. I'll select the normal plane. Thereafter I'll go in cube also and I'll click on extrude to pyramid. Now I'll select the point over here. Let's say I'll give him a name as a 1. I'll select OK. Now I'll have again another cube. Okay, so I believe I have not selected the prism. So let's select the pyramid option. I'll click on the pyramid now. And then I'll select over here. I'll just drag 1 point. And I'll drag this point over here. Okay. So this is how you will be able to, create so many objects by using a single thing. For everything, you will be able to see all the output of the left side. What are the coordinates which you're using? I'll make another detailed video on this, how to use the GeoGebra, but this is how you will be able to use GeoGebra and this is the option. I'll close this. Then we have got the scientific calculator. And in this scientific calculator, you will be able to calculate the value of the trigonometric value also, and you can use it as a normal calculator as well. So this was all about the basics of interactive flat panel display and the basics of Note Pro. I'll also make the detailed video on the GeoGebra and the other tools so that you will be able to create your educational content. If you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel so that you will not miss any update. Thank you.